Good morning, all. Looking at 8:37 a.m. in Indianapolis, Indiana. I am stuck in traffic. Here to give you my synopsis on the NBA Finals, the NBA Western Conference Finals, Game 1, Nuggets versus the Lakers. Last night, the Nuggets defeated the Lakers. A lot of things I want to touch upon as far as kind of the play-by-play, or in my opinion, on how both teams can make adjustments to go in each other's favor to make it to the finals. I wanted to start off by saying that the Denver Nuggets are a force to be reckoned with, and you can now honestly say that they're equipped to be a championship caliber team, even for the future of the NBA. If they don't make it this year, they can make it next year. They can make it any year if they're able to keep this team together. Before the game had even started, Darvin Ham, the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, I thought that he should set up his rotations to have more size to go up against the Denver Nuggets. Considering 1 through 5 down, they're a bit oversized at that position with Murray. Whether or not they start Brown, then they come in with Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, and then following who I honestly believe is at this current moment in 2023. Actually, I almost go to 2021. He's been the best player in the NBA, and that's Nikola Jokic. And for the Los Angeles Lakers to put up a good game one competitive, even a first half or first quarter against the Denver Nuggets, I would only assume that Mo Bamba or Tristan Thompson would get any bit of playing time. Considering Anthony Davis doesn't particularly like playing the 5 or itself wants to even get physical down there in the paint, which Nikola Jokic, much like none of the big men that we have in the current NBA, in the state of the NBA today, wants to take advantage of their size and matchups to help their team win a game. And then some NBA players have big men that do want to take advantage of their size, but their fucking guards don't even want to give them the ball because they want to shoot the 3-ball. 3-ball helps people. As we can see, the 3-ball didn't help the Golden State Warriors this year enough to combat against the consistent high percentage shots, the volume of high percentage shots that the Lakers put up against them in the Western Conference semifinals. First quarter, pretty much the first half, the Denver Nuggets were just on fire across the board on all cylinders. On the perimeter, on the rebounds. Joker himself had dang near 10 rebounds in the first quarter. Darvin Ham then continued on the entire first half with this small lineup without making any adjustments. Lakers, sporadically, in the fourth quarter span, we're down by 20 points. 2 different times I was able to get out of that situation. And it looked like they got out of being down by 20 and knocking down that lead margin simply based off of the Nuggets doing substitutions. Like when somebody comes out of the game, Lakers can chip away at it. My confusion is who am I going to hold responsible for this game 1 loss for the Lakers? I want to go with Darvin Ham, with him being the head coach, and I'm going to put some responsibility down on LeBron James also because he's known to be a player coach. Second half, they threw in They threw in Uchimura to help out in the paint and to guard Jokic at the top of the key for that high screen. It helped give them some more rebounds. I thought that adjustment should have been made early. I thought they should have came in with that. I don't know if the mentality of Darvin Ham is we're not going to show them all of our cards in the first game. For LeBron James fans out there, they're accustomed to LeBron James to use the game one as a filler to make adjustments. I'm not against that with that idea and that logic. I don't want to use an entire game to make adjustments. Game ones mean a lot to me. When it comes to the playoffs, every game matters. Okay, if they make it because you make your adjustment, then you get a win, and then you don't have home court advantage, which you also give the opportunity for the Denver Nuggets to make an adjustment too. And whoever's adjustment is more effective game by game, ends up winning the series. So if you come in and you could still, I go for the jugular. I don't believe in giving up games to figure shit out. Okay, Darvin Ham could have he should have known off the top that he needed to come in there with size. All right, even with Porter, Gordon, and Joker even being in the starting lineup, you should bring in Vanderbilt. You knew you should bring in. Their minutes should already have been increased in that moment. Obama just came off of injury. I don't know what his status on his health and his eligibility to even be put into the game. I'd even throw in Tristan Thompson, just at least 15 minutes, just to see how things can be shaken up. With that being said, beyond the actual size that the Denver Nuggets had, off of fresh legs itself, Caldwell Pope and Jamal Murray came in firing at all cylinders. Austin Reeves, he puts up effort, but he is no match for Jamal Murray. And who's to say that Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray will shoot well for the entire series, basically, especially off of fresh legs. It's looking like the focus should be is to contain Murray and Jokic and hope that these role players will be able to consistently be able to put up buckets throughout this Western Conference final. Definitely spent a lot of time looking at the screen, yelling at Darvin Ham and his lineup decisions. It still at the same time doesn't surprise me. Even when they had that horrible roster with Russell Westbrook, I didn't agree with his rotation decisions. I don't know if he's in charge or does he have much to say so on those rotations. I really can't have an opinion on whose exact responsibilities as far as how this NBA goes now, because these days sometimes the head coach is just a motivator and just tells them, hey guys, make sure we boxed out. All right, good job guys. I don't know if the coach is anywhere near like Tom Thibodeau, where he has control of his actual basketball team. It's hard to have a say so when you have a great player like LeBron James on your team. With that being said, LeBron's trying to figure out while playing the game the adjustments that he needs to make alongside with the rotation of his team and telling his teammates to go into the right spot. Another opinion, another idea that I'd like to throw into the pool is running a rotating, as I would also throw in a shifting 3-2 with either LeBron James guarding the Denver Nuggets with LeBron James of the 3-2, or if you even want, you could put in Uchimura at the top. Still, and either putting LeBron James and AD at that bottom half to guard the back doors, lobs, and yeah, pretty much the paint that way. Of course, me mentioning the rotation, there are when it comes to a zone, there's always weak points of a zone, and what you hope is you're trying to contain normally the person who has the ball in possession more often. That's what zones are used for, and having the ability to rotate and contest, maybe not shut down the additional players because there's only one basketball on the court. So, with as an amazing coach as Mike Malone is, he makes fast adjustments. He's got the best roster in the NBA. There's no doubt about that, and he knows how to use it. There's so many, especially in the past 7 or 8 years, there's so many great rosters that coaches can't coach, or just doesn't take advantage of the talent that they have because of the ego and personalities of the talent that they have on their team. There's no such thing. You can probably only count on your hand how many players in the NBA are actually an all-around basketball player that's going to play both ends of the floor. There's much more three-level scoring than there is two-way three-level scoring. I don't know if LeBron James in particular is going to be able to, he's going to have to find a way to ration his energy, but he's also going to have to make a decision on whether or not he wants to take the load of playing some defense. If he's going to take the load of playing defense, you other guys that are a part of this Lakers roster are going to have to compensate with some fucking offense. You guys shot horrible in the first half. You guys picked up a little bit going in there. It's only game one. I'm being overly critical, but these things have to happen. I don't want to go down 0-2. I'm a Lakers fan all day. I'm pretty much Laker Nation. These adjustments have to be made. Okay, I would prefer to go into game 2 of the Western Conference Finals 1-1 and not 0-2 going into Staples Center. If you're going to test out since you guys, Darvin Ham, if you are going to use game 1 to test out and make adjustments, well, you need to test out your fucking rotation and figure out what you can do with all the size that you have on your team. You don't have anybody as big as Joker, as tall as Joker, or even at the center position as talented as Joker. For some of you Laker fans, you guys are going to have to wisen up and realize to yourself that Joker is better than Anthony Davis. And the object is to contain him. I think this is going to be a challenge for the Lakers. This is going to be another huge challenge for LeBron James. In particular, in the past, coaching Greg Popovich's team may not have been the most talented teams, but they were the most coachable teams, and they were consistent his roster was consistent at the roles that were being asked of his players, whereas this Denver Nuggets team has the talent and the youth, along with everybody on that roster being coachable. If the Lakers make it to the finals, actually beyond making it to the finals, I think that this is LeBron James' hardest road to the finals that he's had in his career, in comparison to any other road that he's had to make to get to the finals. I think that if you could compare this to, I think that was the year that they had to go through Detroit and the Wizards to go to the final, where he ended up taking a loss to the Spurs in 2007. Again, much adjustments need to be made. If I were the Denver Nuggets, the criticism I have for you guys, if you guys want to go 2-0 against the Los Angeles Lakers, is that you don't get too complacent. Have your guys geared up and be conditioned for a series. You guys have fresh legs in game 1, and you guys were able to hit a lot of shots. These playoffs, if I'm not mistaken, with these being the finals right now in the NBA, you guys might have like one game of rest for some players. It's hard to regain to replenish that energy to play at that same level for each game with only having one game of rest between each other. The Lakers are a bit older and more injury prone, and so you guys are going to have to keep it up on the perimeter. And if you guys have to rely on Joker a lot, you're going to have to worry about fatigue setting in. But this man hasn't showed any signs of slowing up whatsoever. He's been able to play a lot of games this season in comparison to Joel Embiid, and he's been able to produce at the same time. So we'll see what will happen in the future for these next games. Be on the lookout for me to do another reaction video to game 2. Also, I'm considering doing a breakdown or a reaction to the San Antonio Spurs getting the number 1 pick in the lottery last night. If anybody else has any in the comment box, if you don't mind, giving me a little bit of information on the other draft prospects in this year's 2023 draft class. Thank you, and I'll be talking to you guys soon. Again, my channel is on YouTube, Jay Leno, JLYNO. You may also find me on Instagram as Jeff_Cuts, and Cuts is spelled with an S and not a Z. Enjoy your morning, everybody, and I will be talking to you soon.